Welcome to another 5-year plan. Today's 5-year plan is going to be of Carowinds in North and South Carolina. It's right on the border. This is a great park. They have Fury 325, they have Intimidator, and they have Afterburn. And now they have the newly Copperhead Strike. These coasters are all great, but there's still room for improvement. So in this video, we will be looking at what they could potentially be getting in the next 5 years. But before we can predict the future, we have to look at the past. In 2016, they had a huge water park expansion and changed Soak City to Carolina Harbor and added a huge new slide complex. Then, in 2017, they added county fair additions. They added one thrill ride. They added 3 family rides too: a swing ride, a Himalaya, and a spinny ride. So that was a good year too. In 2018, they had a Camp Snoopy expansion. This is a little bit of an off year, but it was a huge expansion. They converted Planet Snoopy into Camp Snoopy and gave him some new rides, which is a nice expansion. In 2019, they got Copperhead Strike, a Mack Rides multi-launch coaster. This is a great ride from what I've heard. I actually went to Carowinds a year before this was open, so that kind of sucks for me. So I don't really have any words for this ride. And in 2020, they got Grand Carnivale and water park expansions. So they have one of those like racer water slides. They're getting that, so that was a good year too. So as you can tell, they haven't really had like a big off year. Even when they did something small, they turned it into something big. So Cedar Fair definitely favors Carowinds over some of their other parks. So now, let's start looking at the future. In 2021, I could see them getting an antique cars ride. They don't have one of these, and this would be a great fit for the park. It would go through the woods. It would be great for families, and because they got Copperhead Strike 2 years before, and they got a water park edition, which is a thrill ride based on what it looks like, they could definitely use a family edition, like an antique cars ride. Now let's move on to 2020. In 2022, I could see them getting S&S Axis. This is a new model released by S&S. This is, from what I've heard, a great ride. Everybody that's ridden it has said rave things. It looks like a really cool model because it's similar to like the 40 free spin, but it still has its own twist to the 40 free spin. So I really like the way this ride is, and I think Carowinds could definitely go with something like this because what S&S has shown is that it can be very compact, and Carowinds doesn't have a super amount of space to work with. So I could definitely see them going with something like Axis. So now let's move on to 2023. In 2023, I could see them getting a Camp Snoopy expansion. This could be a huge expansion. They haven't expanded Camp Snoopy since 2018, so it will be time for an expansion. Now, let's move on to 2024. In 2024, I could see them getting a Carolina Harbor edition. I could definitely see them going with this because they haven't done anything to their water park since 2020, which is 4 years, and the last time it was 4 years between water park expansion, so I could definitely see them going with this. But now the question is, what would it be? What type of water park attraction? I think that they'd most likely go with a water coaster because there's none of these remotely close to Carowinds, and it would draw in big crowds, and I think it would be a great fit for this water park. So now let's move on to 2025. In 2025, I could see them getting a GCI wooden coaster because the only wooden coaster in the park is Hurler, which is very okay. It's not really a great ride. And in terms of layout, I could definitely see him going with a twister layout with little pops of airtime in between, like something like Texas Stingray, like a family throw. And I think it would be a great fit for this park, and it would work great. So that'll do it for this park's 5-year plan. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.